Hello friends, I welcome you all to this session on C++ programming. So today we'll be writing one program we'll be writing a class which is having some static variables and static functions. So what is a static variable? Static variable is basically a variable which is a part of the class and not of the object. So it belongs to the class, and this particular variable will be having information there for the class itself. Basically, it is used for counting the number of objects which we have created for a class. Similarly, static function is also a function which is for a class itself, not for individual object, and it can access only the static members or static variables. Okay, so let us create a class particle. So with this particular program, you will be able to learn it. So let us create a class particle having data members, mass, and velocity. So we have created a class particle with the data members, mass, and velocity. Now, apart from this, this is also having a static data member known as particle count. So, int particle count. Okay, now this is static. So, you have to write static. This keyword we should write. Now, apart from this, this is having some some member functions for setting up the data. So, void set data, and let's say cout, enter mass, and mass, and then cout, enter velocity. Oh, I cannot write like this, so I have to use cn mass, and then here cn velocity. So far so good. We have set the data. Then here it says that inside the set data function or set properties, it is saying, so I have instead of writing set property, I am writing set data. Okay, so we have to increment this particle count. Why we have to increment? Because once a particle is created, then the class should know that the particle of that particular class has been created. So particle count plus 1 should be, so it should be incremented by 1. Now set data is over. Now let us create one get data. What it will do? It will simply print. It will simply print cout mass is equal to mass, and cout velocity is equal to, and velocity. Okay, once this has been done, then it is also saying that static member function we have to create show particle count. Okay, so let us create one void show. Let us write show count only, count, and it will be just simply displaying the number of particles created. Okay, now, and this will be printing this particle count. Now you can see this is a static data member particle count, and it is accessed by this static member function, that is show count. I think we have done it. Now what we have to do, we have to, as we cannot initialize static data member for every object, it has to be for class. So what we'll do is we'll initialize it here. So int, the name of the class is particle, and what we are doing is from this particle class we are initializing this with 0. That's it. This has been initialized. Now inside the main, our task is over, our class is ready now. So inside this, what we'll do is we will create particle p. Let's say 3 particles I am creating, and at the end the class should be knowing that there are 3 particles. Okay, so for int I0 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. So what we have to do? We have to pi, pi, we have to initialize it. That is, use this function get. Should be, we have to initialize this set data function. Using this set data function, we will be initializing. Once this has been done, then we can also print it. Okay, so using get data. So instead of set data, I'll be writing get data. Once this has been done, now let us check. Let us check using this show count function that how many particles actually we have created in the program. So we will be writing show count, but this show count doesn't belong to any of the objects. It belongs to the class. So we have to invoke this. That is, we have to write this show count and we have to bring it into our program from the class itself using scope resolution. I think we have done it. So if I run this program, yes, it says enter mass. So let's say the first particle is having mass 10, velocity 2, second particle is having mass 12 and velocity let's say 4, third particle is having mass 5 and velocity let's say 9. So this part we have done. Then the moment I press enter, it should display and then give the total number of count. How many particles are there? 3. So the class should know that 3 particles of my class has been created, or the particle class has been created. So mass 10, velocity, and the particle 3. I think new line I have missed. Okay, let us do it. Endel, why not to copy this? The same thing. Yes, done. So now if I run, so it is 10 to let's say 35 and let's say another one is of 9 and 9. So now the first particle 10 velocity this, second particle, third particle, how many particles? In totality 3. So this you should do. Not only this, now if let's say I by mistake called the first particle which we have already created, and the first particle means 0th particle, let's say, and if I say set data, by mistake I did this, okay, and then again I called this, then see what in principle it should be, because particle P0 has already been created, so it should not in principle increase the counter for the number of particles created, but it will do. Why? Because we have not let the program to do this. Let us do this first. So 10, 2, 10, 3, let's say 4, 6. So far so good. So far there are 3 particles. But look, if I again set the values for particle P0, let's say to 8 kilogram and 10 meter per second velocity, now the particles are 4. But particles are only 3. I know this. So what we have to do, we have to slightly tweak. What we can do is, we can use one Boolean operator is created, or you can name any, and assign it with false or yes. Okay. And now before initializing this, I will say if not created, then only increment this. Okay, and once it is created, then set this is created to false, or it's true, sorry. Okay, now this is done. So this will protect ourselves from or our program or our logic from by saying that, okay, once it is created, I will be saying false, I will not be allowing this particular thing to increase further. So if I run it now, oh, have I done? Okay, I missed this semicolon. So now 3 particles, 10, 2, and then let's say 8 kilogram, 9 meter per second, and then 5 kilogram, 3 meter per second. So far 3 particles. Again, it is asking for setting up the data for the 0th particle. Okay, let us say instead of 10, it is now 20 and velocity is let's say 30. But now It is knowing that only 3 particles are there. We are just doing what? We are setting up all, we are just changing the data for the 0th particle only. So in this way, we can use our static data members, and that's it. So in this lecture, till this point only. Thank you very much for watching it. Take care.